I want to pivot back to the boat.
Yeah.
You talked about on the boats how it's a great multi-gen opportunity for grandma and grandpa, perhaps, to take the traditional family to go. I'm wondering, and I couldn't agree more because I just couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
However, I am curious about how the boats are set up to accommodate it. I have a son and a wife. Could I have a linked room together? How do you solve for that?
It depends on destination, right? So we see the majority of lot of our multi-generational travel happening in places like Alaska, Galapagos, Baja. And on those 2 brand new ships we built in the US for those destinations, and there are 100 guests. They have balcony suites, but they also have connecting rooms for families and dedicated solos, because often in a multi-gen family, you'll have mother and father and kids, maybe a grandparent or an uncle. And so you've got that nice diversity of stateroom choices. When you get to the new ships, the Endurance and the Resolution, and the ships that are more blue water down to Antarctica and the Arctic, they don't have connecting rooms, but what we are really good at doing is, if we have a family, is getting everyone right near each other. So working with you and your clients to ensure you're either across the hall or you're near each other so that you've got that ability to interact. It's really fun when you walk through our ships. Often when I was in Antarctica, people just leave their doors open. There's this very much we're all in this together. Unless you're asleep, your door is open. And there would be families across from each other, and you'd be walking down the hallway, and someone would be yelling, or not yelling, but talking across, "Oh my gosh, there's whales out our window," and you'd see a family run to one side and then up to the bridge, because we have an open bridge policy. And so I will tell you that no matter how beautiful our rooms are, the majority of the time is spent out of them, because you're on the bridge with the captain. And those 2 new ships have bridges that are large enough to fit all 126 guests at the same time. I mean, they're huge. And so that's a brilliant opportunity. You have those amazing sight lines on that. You talked about it having a pointy nose. It looks a little bit like a high-speed train. So that is called an X-bow. And that X-bow is designed so instead of riding a wave like a traditional ship, she cuts through the base of the wave. So it's a much smoother, more compact and much cleaner ride. But it also allows you to look straight down the nose at wildlife. So if we're in Svalbard and there's polar bear on the ice, we're not trying to reach over the side to see. You're looking straight down there at the wildlife. And so it just provides such wonderful opportunities to see. But there's the rest of the ship is really designed for families to be able to come together, or for groups of friends to be able to come together. The lounge, you have a dedicated library. They have a science center, which has the most remarkable 270-degree screen. So when we're looking at plankton samples, it's up on the big screen in front of us. You have 2 glass igloos on the back deck with day beds. So you can lay out there. We do a trip in late September up in the Arctic with the hope of those beautiful northern lights. So imagine being able to lay out the back on a day bed in a glass igloo. You have infinity jacuzzis. You've got all the fitness equipment. I know that a lot of your clients, particularly, the East Coast, New York, you still want to work out when you're traveling. We have a yoga studio, fitness center, wet and dry saunas. So all that stuff is there for you, and that platform of exploration. But once again, it's what's off there that will engage you and get you off. So it's really fun. You watch people get on, and it is very much more of a casual feel. We don't have dressy nights. If you've been out all day in a Zodiac and you've come back and the recap is starting in 15 minutes, the last thing you want is to feel pressure to have to rush back and put on a face of makeup or get completely changed and do your hair. I mean, this is about feeling comfy, being able to walk around in your expedition gear, and that's just the way we roll. So
yeah, let someone hand you a beer and pay attention and enjoy it. God forbid, right? I can't imagine that the igloo under the Northern Lights is better than this COVID prison, even though it's a beautiful house. I can't imagine it's better than this, but I guess I'll have to try.